Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Erica and today I will be doing my update for my Pastels eyeshadows, and I kept putting this off and then I remembered earlier today that I had to film this video, so I just hopped on real quick, put on makeup, and I hit pan. I'm so excited because I was just like kind of bummed that I was not going to hit pan until I did my makeup for this, and then the minute I dipped my brush in, there was pan. So that's a little bit of a spoiler, and this is a 2-month update because I did not do an update for this in the last month. I think I was too lazy. So even though it is a 2-month update, I'm looking at my numbers and they're kind of low, but I remember not really wearing makeup this month. I'm trying to remember why. I think it was a combination of being lazy and being stressed out. So yeah, great combination for wearing makeup. So this is surprisingly low, but also it's eyeshadows, so I guess it's not like blush where it's the same blush every single day. With eyeshadows you do have to rotate, so I'm just gonna stop blabbing and get into it. I'm gonna start off with the most exciting one because you guys are probably interested. This is the Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette. This was my favorite palette last year, or one of my favorites. This is from is it 2018? I think it is. This palette's old, but the eyeshadows are still going strong because it's Too Faced. So the formula lasts forever and it's just extremely hard to pan. The shade I was working on is called Warm and Fuzzy, and I'm wearing it today. So like I said, I hit pan on it today. I'm wearing it on my lower lid, which you probably can't see because I have mono lids, so whenever I open my eyes, like the bottom half of my eyes you cannot see, or my eyelid you cannot see. But this is the shade right here. I don't know if you can see the pan. I'm sure when I'm editing I'll be able to notice, but there's a little bit of pan in there. There was already a big dip and I expected to hit pan on this a lot quicker than I did. Okay, you can see it there. I used this 16 times for a total of 16 uses to hit pan from this update. Like I said, there was a big dip in it before and now there is just pan. So yeah, I rolled this in the last update, which was 2 months ago, so I guess it's not that surprising. So I'm really happy to have hit pan because that makes this update so exciting. So I'm going to be rolling this out and rolling in one new eyeshadow for its place in the next update. I guess I'll give you guys a bit of a swatch. So this is what it looks like on the finger, and then on the back of my hand, that's what it looks like. So this is a light orange gold kind of shimmer. It's like in between. It's very light, and after using this palette for so long, I realized that I don't love this shade as much as I thought I did, and I probably only want to keep the palette for the mustard yellow in this lower corner that has like a dent in it. I might just repress that yellow shade because I should sanitize it anyways, and when you repress you use alcohol, so it will kill the bacteria. Hopefully hopefully there's not too much bacteria because I haven't used that yellow shade in particular in quite a while. But yeah, I'm thinking about repressing this into one of my quads that has space in it so that I can keep the shade but not the palette, because this palette is getting really gross. I've wiped it down so many times, but also it is getting old. I don't love all the shades. I realized I just want the yellow eyeshadow. Okay, next we have the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I was working on the shade Drip. I used it 14 times this update for a total of 20 uses, and it still barely looks used. So that's it right there. It's this matte brown right under the copper. This looks more used than this, which I mean I think it is, but wow, nothing. I am wearing Drip today on my crease, so I mean I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. For matte brown eyeshadows, I don't have like a cool down. I just constantly want to have a matte brown eyeshadow because I know I'm going to be using it. Moving on to this palette. This is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. I wanted this for so long and now I finally have it, but I barely use it like a toddler. So, you know, it's like it looks so tempting when it's not yours. So the shade I was working on is called Barely Baked. I've used it once in the past 2 months, and I did not use it at all last month. So I'm like, do I keep this in here? I think I'll keep it because I did use it one time, even though I didn't use it in the past month. So I've used it once for a total of 3 uses, and this is what it looks like. I wonder if I used it before, because this actually is showing quite some significant use. I was debating using it as an eyeshadow, but I think it's a little bit too powdery. As you can, maybe you saw around it, it's like very messy. So yeah, I don't think I will. I have a lot of highlighters that I prefer over this anyways. Then we have my chocolate gold palette. The shade I was working on from here is Decadent. It's the matte black. I'm saying, like, out of all the shimmers I could have gotten, I ended up with the matte black shade, which is not a big deal. I used it twice this update for a total of 11 uses, and, well, would you look at all that progress that you cannot see. This smells so good. I just opened it and got a whiff of chocolate. So the way I was using this previously was as a liner, but now that I have a black eyeliner, I'm using this less, which explains the 9 uses from 1 month versus the 2 uses for the past 2 months for like this update. But I'm going to keep this in this project. I don't have a problem with working with black eyeshadows. If you have trouble with black eyeshadows, I would recommend using like a sponge tip applicator, like one of these, for precision, and it makes less of a mess when you're applying it. And then if you apply a metallic over the top, as long as the metallic is not pastel, if it's duochrome, the shift will be different, and if it's metallic, it will pop more. So that's how I used it in the past, but for now I just use this black shadow for liner. But like I said, after getting the black liner, I haven't used it much, but I also use it in my outer corner when I wear my gray eyeshadow that's also in this project pan, which I think I'm going to be talking about next. From my singles, I rolled in Moon Landing from Sydney Grace. I used it one time for a total of 3 uses. So Moon Landing is this light gray right here. Yeah, you can see a little bit of a dip. I think that was there before I even started this project. And I haven't used Sydney Grace too much because a lot of their shadows are hit or miss for me. So as you can see, this palette was once filled. Now there's only 5 Sydney Grace shadows. I mean, I think I will use this eyeshadow more now because it's about to be November. This is more of a cool tone shade for like a colder month. It's finally cold here, like actually feel cold all day, but what's weird is like the temperature at 1 p.m. is like significantly different than the temperature at 5 p.m. here, which is that the case everywhere? Because California has weird seasons. Earlier, my fiance was saying that his coworker told him that California has 2 seasons, on fire or not on fire, which I thought was very accurate, so there you go. The last eyeshadow that I was working on, I rolled in the last update, so I rolled in Peacocking from the Milani Gilded Pastel palette. I am not a mature person. I mean, well, I have an immature sense of humor. I am a mature person. So Peacocking is this cyan teal eyeshadow, and these eyeshadows are extremely powdery, and I feel like they would be really easy to hit pan on. I used it 6 times this update for a total of 6 uses, and this is my progress on it. Last time I think you could maybe see a scratch, but you can definitely see a visible dent, and I feel like if I really wanted to, I could hit pan on this within the next month for sure. Like if I wore it daily, within the next 10 uses I should be able to hit pan in this. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it 10 times because it is a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I do have to go into the office, and sometimes I need to show my face on a webcam. Ooh. And also, I don't really like wearing crazy colors if I know I'm going to be seeing friends or family. So that's my update for this month. But I'm going to be rolling in one new eyeshadow because I hit pan. I was going to roll in an eyeshadow regardless because I knew I was extremely close on that pan. And I like to have at least one new product per project pan update, whether it be like this one or my regular project pan. So I'm going to roll in something, and it will not be from the same palette. So I don't roll in the same palette, and I do not roll in the same eyeshadow. So I have it on the back of my hand. I will put the swatches of everything at the end of this video, if I remember. $13 is this one. Oh my god, how did I mess that up? So $13 is the red. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna swatch it right here because this part of my hand is more pale and you can see. Okay, that was a really pretty swatch. Wow. Okay, so it's a nice red. And I'm looking forward to working with this because we have Thanksgiving coming up as well as Christmas, and actually I feel like every year I wear this red for the holidays, and that's like the only time I wear it. So probably not gonna hit pan on that one anytime soon. I think the next shade I'm most likely to hit pan on is Peacocking, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a month. Bye!